Yo, what's going on, guys? Reversal here, and today I'm going to be doing a Mathmech Dino combo video, just showing off the main combos of the deck and some of the inferior lines, like Obi Lost World, and then some other additional hands that can come up that make some cool combos like Diameter, Baby, and Circular. So I figured I'd show off those just because people have been asking about some of those like non-standard lines of like the just regular 2 cards, but I'll show those off again as well just to get a refresher. But before I start, if you want to sub, be appreciated. I just hit 200, so thanks for that. So without further ado, just get right into it. Let's start off with the normal 2 card. This could be Archosaur Baby, Ovi Baby, Misk Baby, Misk Ovi. They all work the same. So start off, only your Ovi, search your Misk, Misk effect for 1, summon your Archosaur, pop the Baby, search Pill, your Baby Engrave is going to trigger, you're going to summon Baby from deck, Ovi, pop the Baby, bring back the other one, Baby Engrave trigger, summon Rex. Then you're going to go into your Mathmech stuff here. Overlay these 2 for an Alumbertion, detach, search for Circular. You can special your Circular, dumping Sigma for cost. You're going to link off to Linkuriboh. Use Alumbertion to tribute the Linkuriboh. Bring back the Sigma. Circular triggers to search your Superfactorial. Here you can use Alumbertion and Circular to go into Wicked. Now what you're going to do is use your Pill. This is a little earlier than you normally would use Pill, but it's important because we want to get the Rex back here. Because now we have 2 Earths, and we can link these off for our G-Golem. And then when this is summoned to the Wicked Zone, this will trigger. You'll banish a Cyberse from your grave, which will be the Alumbertion. And you'll get to search Diameter. So here you're going to use the G-Golem and the Sigma. Make Inverted. And Inverted is going to summon the Diameter from your hand. So now you use these 2 Cyberse Link 2s. To make the Crystal Heart, which requires 2 Cyberses, and this is going to bring back the Earth G-Golem that we summoned earlier. And then when this is summoned, it lets you bring back an Earth from the grave, or add it to your hand. For this combo, we're going to be summoning the Rex. And then you turn these 2 into an Appaloosa, and you turn these 2 into a Savage. Equip any of your Link 2s to it. Then you're going to set your Superfactorial and pass. And then on their turn, you have the 2 monster negates, the Omni negate, the Conductor, Book of Eclipse. And then when you use your Superfactorial, it's going to summon Diameter, Sigma, and Circular. And it's going to immediately summon into a Laplacian. So what this lets you do is you can detach up to 3 materials to send a card from their monster zone, spell trap zone, and their hand to the grave. So if they happen to have all 3, you detach 3. If they only have 2, do 2. So you hit their board, you rip a card out of their hand, and then since you use the Diameter as material, it gives you an on-unigate for the turn, which is nice. So this board's really hard to crack. Since you have the trap card that sends multiple cards, you have multiple Omni negates, so you can't just get blown out by stuff like evenly, which is really nice. I feel like not a lot of decks right now are putting up Omni negates, let alone multiple, so the fact that the Circular, which is an extender, and a 1-card combo lets you get to that while improving the quality of your deck is really nice. So that's it for the 2-card. I'll do the 3 card now. So for this combo, we'll be doing Ovi Baby again, and then any Mathmech card works, but we're just going to use circular. So start with the Ovi again. We're going to do the same thing as last time, so just kind of speed through. Mr. 1, Archosaur, Pop Baby, Search Your Pill. The only thing that's different this time is instead of summoning a baby, you want to summon Petite specifically, because we're going to end up adding this back to our hand. So Ovi, pop the Petite, bring back the baby, Petite engrave, it's going to summon your Rex. Now what you're going to do here is just go straight into a G-Golem line. So we're going to do Archosaur into Linkuriboh, use your 2 Earths to go into the Earth G-Golem. Use these 2 to go into the Crystal Heart. Crystal Heart's going to bring this back, and then this is going to bring back the Petite. We're going to add this back to our hand instead of summoning it, so we can use this to get follow-up or Pankratops on their turn. You give up an Appaloosa negate, but that's fine. So we're going to use these 2 to go into Appaloosa. So now we can special our circular, dump the Sigma, activate our pill, banish Rex, Linkuriboh, summon Conductor, Rex will come back. And these 2 to an Albertian, detach, search the diameter. I'm going to use Albertian to tribute itself to summon the diameter. And then circular is going to trigger to get your super factorial. And then you can turn these 2 into your Savage. Equip one of the Link 2s. So we had the Appaloosa with 2 monster negates before doing the rest of our combo. And we added the Petite back to our hand for follow-up. So on their turn, you're going to have your super factorial set. When you use that, again, these 3 are going to come back. Overlay, Philoplacian, do the send for up to 3 cards, Monster Zone, Spell Trap, and hand. And then it's an Omni negate. And then when you use your Conductor, you're going to pop the Petite in hand. And this is going to either summon you a Pank if you need an extra disruption, or it's going to summon you an Ovi from deck, which is going to search you for the 2nd copy of Ultimate Conductor Tyrannus. So when your turn rolls around, you can banish the Rex and another Dino engrave. The Rex will come back, and then you'll have another Conductor to use. So having the Petite in hand is really nice for that follow-up or the Pank if you need it. Obviously, if you draw like the extra Conductor or anything along those lines already, you don't have to add this back. You can just summon back one of the Earths and make a 3 material Appaloosa instead. So yeah, that's it for this combo. So for the next combo, I'll be showing OV plus Lost World. This is one of the inferior combos in the deck. It's not as good as the other 2 cards since you have 1 less body with this. So at the point where you would normally have OV, Archosaur, Rex, and a baby, instead you won't have a baby. So you have to kind of go about things a little differently. So we're gonna start off activating our Lost World. Slide this over. normally OV. OV chainlink 1, Lost World chainlink 2. You're gonna search your MISC and give them a token. Just grab a token real quick. Put that there. You're gonna activate your MISC. Now that you have a dino engraved, you can use your OV to pop the token and protect it with Lost World. So then you're gonna dump a baby with Lost World. Baby's gonna trigger. And you're gonna summon baby or petite, doesn't matter. I'll just use petite. MISC for 1. Summon the Archosaur. Archosaur effect. Pop. Search your pill. Summon Rex from deck. So like I said, you're at the point where normal dino combo, you would have a baby, but you don't have one here. Now we're gonna do our Mathmech stuff. Make Alimbertion, detach, search circular, special circular, dumping Sigma for cost, link off into your link revo. Now here, Alimbertion's is gonna attribute itself to bring back the Sigma. And this is gonna trigger your circular to search the superfactorial. So here you're gonna use the Sigma that you brought back and the link revo to make a Cyberse Wicked. So here's where things get really weird. You need to summon a Cyberse under this so you can search for your missing Mathmech card to make your superfactorial live. So what we're going to do here is use our pill. Banishing link revo and the Rex. But this time we're going to summon Pink. And then our Rex is going to come back. So Pink isn't actually going to be a part of our inboard. We're just pilling for this because it's an Earth. So we're going to link these two off for the Stubborn. And then that's going to trigger the Wicked. Search diameter, banish the Cyberse, the Alimbertion. So now you want to use the circular and the G Golem to make inverted. Inverted will special the diameter from hand. So here I'm going to use these two to go into the Crystal Heart. The Crystal Heart's going to bring back Stubborn Rainier. And then this is going to bring back Giant Rex. So now you can turn these two to an Appaloosa. The bad thing about this is since you have Lost World up, this loses 500 attack. So it actually loses a negate, which is far from ideal, but it is what it is. And then you can use these two to make a Savage. Equip link 2 to it. And set your superfactorial. So you have one monster negate, which isn't great obviously, but it's fine. And then you have your one Omni negate for whatever turn. You have two of them, so you can use it on 2 different turns if it happens to last for 2 turns. The main thing is you want to have this Omni negate and have the superfactorial. Just the one Appaloosa negate is just like a bonus, like it's fine. Like, so use your superfactorial. So summon these 3 back. Overlay. Place in. You're gonna get detach up to 3 depending on what they have. Hit a monster, spell trap in their hand, and then it's an omni negate because of the diameter. So even though the Appaloosa is only 1 negate, you still have the Laplacian to send multiple cards. You have 2 omni negates and 1 monster negate, so it's still a pretty good board, considering the combo is like the worst one. And then you still have 3 other cards in hand, so that could be additional disruptions as well. So the next combo I'm going to show is just a simple 1 card circular. So for this one, just want to start by specialing your circular by dumping Sigma for cost. And then we're going to activate the Sigma to special itself. And you are now Cyberse locked from your extra deck for the rest of the turn. So, like I said a few times in the past, this is the only combo where this effect actually comes up for the most part. Sometimes you'll use this as an extender if your hand's like really bad or something, but it plays out the same anyways. But yeah, when you do this, the circular will trigger. Search your super factorial. Then we're going to make an Allen version here. Detach these 2. And then since this was an Xyz material, it doesn't get banished, so you're going to search diameter here with the Allen version. We're going to normal the diameter. Summon back one of these. Doesn't matter which one. And then you're just going to make an IP with these 2. So just off the 1 card, you have an IP. This just sits there, and then you have the superfactorial. So the superfactorial is going to bring these 3 back. Guys should know the drill by now. Get the Laplacian. Do your sends, and it's an omni negate. So with the IP, if you go into it like before you use the negate for this, you just turn these 2 right here into a unicorn. But if the way your opponent plays, like say you end up using the omni negate first, and you could just turn all 3 of these into an Appaloosa. So it's kind of depends how your opponent's playing, but this is just the board that you get from just the 1 card combo. This is the same thing that you aim for if you have to pivot into the circular, if you get disrupted with your Dino combo. So next, I'll show one of the cool combos the deck has. That is diameter plus circular plus baby. This is probably the coolest combo that the deck has. It's not a hand that you see super often, but when you do see it, it's pretty cool, and I'll show you why. So we're going to start off special circular, dumping the Sigma for cost. Then we're going to normal the diameter, which is going to special the Sigma from grave and get you your superfactorial search. This didn't use its effect, so you're not Cyberse locked. I'm going to overlay these 3 into an Allen version. And the cool thing about this is since you're using diameter as a material, this is an omni negate for the rest of the turn. So your plays are going to be protected. So we're going to detach 3 this time. And Allen version has multiple effects, as we know. Typically you have 2 materials and you're searching a Mathmech card. It has the effect to tribute and bring back something. But when you have 3 materials, you can actually search level 4, and that's going to be a misc. So now we're going to use misc effect, banish it for 1, summon our Archosaur. Archosaur, pop the baby in hand, search your pill, baby, summon Ovi, And since we normal summoned already, we're not going to add anything with Ovi. We're just going to dump Giant Rex. So what you can do here is link your Link Karibo. We're going to use Alan Berson's effect, tribute to Link Karibo. I'll bring back a diameter. Now we can activate our double evolution pill since we have Link Karibo engraved. I'm going to banish that, banish Rex to summon a Pankratops. So you can summon a UCT here and then go about the combo a different way, but I'm going to show you this just so you can keep the Alan Berson negate until the end of the combo, just so you're not prone to nib at any point. So you get to this point, you can use these two to make the G-Golem, the Earth one. You would normally make this with this, but since this has a negate, if you want to play safe in a nib, go this route. If you don't want to respect nib, then like I said, just make conductor and then use this to make this. So now you can use the Earth G-Golem and the Mathmech you brought back for a Crystal Heart. And then Crystal Heart will revive the Menhir. And then Menhir's effect is going to bring back our Rex. So now you can use your Alan Berson as material for a 3-material Appaloosa. And then you can overlay these two for a Lagia. So this would be your end board. If you want to respect nib, and if you, like I said, if you want to use the Alan Berson to make the Earth G Golem, you can tack on and a conductor to this, but that's just kind of up to you. If, like I said, nib pretty popular right now, so if you want to make sure you get to as good a board as possible through it, then just go the safe route. This should, like, even without the conductor, this should be plenty. Just because you have 3 monster negates, Judgment on legs, and a Super Factorial, which is another Omni negate, and multiple sends. So, yeah, this is the coolest combo in the deck. Since you do have that Alan Berson negate from diameter for the entirety of the combo, so it's very safe, which is cool. So for the final combo I wanted to go over, so it's going to be the 2-card again, but I'm going to show you what happens if they Imperm or Veiler you on the Alan Berson. So I'll just run through this real quick. Add Misk for 1, Archosaur, Bot Baby, Summon Petite, add your pill, then OV, pop Petite, bring back the baby, Petite engrave, Rex, overlay for Alan Berson, detach 2. They're going to negate this here, which is fine because now we can just pivot to a G-Golem line. So we're going to like Archosaur for the Link Karibo, then these 2 are Earths, so we can go into the Stubborn Menhir. Now you can use these 2 to go into the Crystal Heart effect to bring this back. So here, this is gonna revive or add back an Earth. So what we're gonna do, like I mentioned before, I like to add back Petite whenever you can off this, just because it's better to pop this with UCTs to get you a follow-up UCT for your next turn, or it can get you to Pank. So I think the versatility of that is nice as opposed to just 1 extra Appaloosa negate. Yeah, so what you can do here, activate your pill, banish Rex, banish Link Karibo. Rex is going to come back, UCT is going to summon, And then you could turn these 3 into a 3 material Appaloosa. So through Imperm with just a 2-card combo, you have a 3 material Appaloosa, a conductor, and then you have a petite in hand. So like I said, this petite can turn into either Pankratops if you need the extra disruption, or can summon you an OV to search for your second conductor. So you have this for your follow-up turn. And then when you summon this, you'll banish Rex, and then that's another body. So it's pretty cool through Imperm. You can still end on all this with just a 2-card combo. So actually the final combo I wanted to show before wrapping this up is the 2-card plus circular again. But this time if they Imperm or Veil your normal summon. So let's do OV or Archosaur, it doesn't matter which one. It's the same thing. Say they Imperm this. Normally if you don't have Misc, you're just kind of stuck here and you can't do anything. But since we have circular, we can keep going. Special that, dump in Sigma for cost, activate the Sigma. Special itself, search your Superfactorial and your Cyberse lock now. So overlay these 2 for Alimbertion, detach 2, search diameter. So the main thing here, we just wanted to get our Superfactorial live, since this card by itself is multiple sends and an Omni Negate. So what we're going to do is use the Alimbertion to tribute to get this out of our hand. And then we're just going to turn these 2 into an IP. So now we have an IP and a Superfactorial, which isn't like the best board obviously, but the alternative in like a regular Dino build is having nothing on your board. So I think this is pretty solid. So when you use your Superfactorial, you're gonna get these 3 back, like we said before. Laplacian, detach up to 3 to send a monster, spell trap, and a card from their hand, and then it's an Omni Negate since you used the diameter. So after you use the Omni Negate for this, you can go ahead and link these 2 off with IP's effect into a unicorn. And then use the unicorn, spin another card back. So you'll be able to spin 2 or 3 cards off their field, rip a card from their hand, and have an Omni Negate just because you opened a circular. So that's pretty solid. Then you still have the baby in hand. So any top deck Dinosaur card you could just combo off on the next turn. And then you still had 2 other cards in your hand as well. So one of them could have been like an Ash Blossom or something like that. And then the other one you discard for Unicorn. So it's still a pretty good amount of disruptions through hand traps. As long as you open like circular with your combo, or if you open like any of the 3-card combo, like Misc, OV, Lost World, or Baby, Archosaur, Misc, like those are the typical 3-card combos that we're used to that let you play through an Ash if you sequence it the right way. So yeah, this version of the deck has a lot more lines of play if you get hit with hand traps, which is why I think it's the best version for sure if you aim to go first all the time. Since like the Mathmech cards are just really good for that. They're really good under Lancia, which is a pretty popular card right now because of Catch Tira. So I think this version is really solid. If you want to go first, I definitely recommend people to give it a try. And then something I didn't like show off, since it's way too it's kind of impossible to tell where your opponent's going to use it, but during the regular combos, like if your opponent has nib, it doesn't really matter where they nib you with this version with the G golems. So that's why I didn't like want to like do a combo for it. But if they nib you at any point, you're going to be able to get to a rank 4, a conductor, and an IP usually. And then if they nib you like later in the combo, after you already got your Superfactorial live, then you're going to have something to go with the Superfactorial. So no matter where they nib you, you're still going to end on several disruptions. So even though nib's pretty popular, it's not really an issue for this deck. So that's it for the combo video. I'm sure it ran pretty long. So if you managed to make it all the way through, appreciate you, and I hope it helped. I tried going over as much as I could possibly think of that's like relevant to, you know, like just playing the deck at a pretty basic level and understanding all the stuff you can do with certain hands or through certain hand traps. So yeah, if you like this type of video, let me know. Let me know if you'd like it to be shorter in the future. I'll try to be more prepared when I'm kind of running through all the combos. For the most part, I'm just doing it off the top of my head, so sometimes I got to think a little bit. But that's it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and have a nice day. Peace.